much do you think we can rip out of this wasted $6.5 trillion Harris-Biden budget?
Well, I think we can do at least $2 trillion.
Yeah!
Yes.
$2 trillion.
Your money is being wasted, and the Department of Government Efficiency is going to fix that.
I mean, he just riffed that number. You can see him riff that number. Oh, I think we could do 2 million. Yeah! What is this, a wrestling match?
It does feel like a wrestling
match. It does indeed. I think Hulk
heavy.
Hogan was actually at this event on Sunday at the now infamous Trump Madison Square Garden rally. Elon Musk, trying desperately to fit into any crowd, told, and now Donald Trump's second biggest donor, by the way, stated he could cut $2 trillion in government spending. Conservatives are now salivating over the idea, but are such large cuts even possible? Spoiler alert, no. Well, that's what Fox Business contributor Stuart Varney asked GOP Representative Buddy Carter just yesterday. Take a look.
Listen, there's widespread skepticism that he can actually get this done. Can you tell me how he's going to cut $2 trillion out of the budget?
Well, first of all, it can be done. We can cut $2 trillion out of the budget. Keep in mind now,
but how?
The Biden-Harris administration.
Hold on a second. Congressman, I'm sorry, but $2 trillion is an enormous amount of money. How's he going to do it?
Well, our budget is an enormous amount of money, let me remind you. But even through executive action, just by executive action, the Biden-Harris administration has spent $1.2 trillion. There you have it. Waste, fraud, and abuse.
So sick of hearing that. Waste, fraud, and abuse. They say it every election cycle. Christ, man, I don't need to hear it anymore.
Oh, but good news. Trump was already president for 4 years, and he
doubled the debt.
Right. He actually added $8.4 trillion to the debt and didn't cut any waste, fraud, or abuse.
But that was before Musk was on board for a new Trump administration. And so he probably is going to convey clearly how this will be amazing for the economy. Let me report the details to you. On Monday, Musk responded to the following post. Fisher King 64 posts, if Trump succeeds in forcing through mass deportations combined with Elon hacking away at the government, firing people and reducing the deficit, there will be an initial severe overreaction in the economy. This economy propped up with debt, generating asset bubbles and artificially suppressed wages as a result of illegal immigration. Markets will tumble, but when the storm passes and everyone realizes we are on sounder footing, there will be a rapid recovery to a healthier, sustainable economy. History could be made in the coming 2 years. Elon replied, stating simply, sounds about right. So there you have it. He is acknowledging, yeah, it might tumble the economy, likely will, but maybe we'll come back stronger after that. That's nice if you're looking at it from the draconian perspective of somebody who just wants to make the world better for your own business interests. But there are people's lives who'd be ruined at every step of that tumble. People who cannot afford their life savings to be drastically disappeared by a tanked economy on your gamble, having no experience in government, but just hacking away at the budgets. To give you an idea of just how drastic Musk's cuts would be, in the 2024 fiscal year, the US government spent more than $6.75 trillion, according to the Treasury Department. In other words, he'd like to cut about 1/3 of federal spending. Currently, $1.46 trillion is being spent on Social Security, $874 billion goes to Medicare, $874 budgeted for national defense, $325 is for veterans benefits and services, and there's $324 billion allocated to education, training, and social services per Treasury data. The Trump campaign did not respond to a request for comment on Musk's proposal, but Trump seems to have a lot of faith in Musk. Take a look.
Elon Musk told me he's the greatest. I would say, you got to say, in terms of computer, I would say he's probably about as good as you get.
And there are moments when Donald Trump does make great, eloquent points. In terms of computer, Elon Musk is great with computer.
Yeah.
In terms of computer.
Yeah. In terms of internet, Cenk is the best, though. All right, so
makes that person who said the internet was tubes sound like a genius.
Yeah. So I actually can magically bring $2 trillion into the budget. I'll get to that in a second. But here's first of all, he sounds like Ben. Markets will tumble. Okay, and prisoners will be released.
Markets will tumble.
Yeah, markets will tumble. So, but I want to stay on that point because it's actually really important. You know who has a giant advantage when markets tumble? people with a lot of cash, they can then buy low, and when the markets go back up, make an unbelievable killing. But everybody else gets wiped out. Tens of millions of jobs get lost because you guys don't have power. You don't have the kind of money where you can buy low, okay? You'll barely. But for a flippant billionaire who is among the richest men in the world, he thinks, well, what difference does that make, you peons? While pretending to be a populist because he's got a t-shirt on and a hat. Earlier in the show, we told you the story of how he wants to fire Lina Khan and any regulators that might overlook his businesses. Oh, what a wonderful coincidence for him. Might not save $2 trillion, but it'll save him a lot of money. Okay, so if you, as Ben pointed out that budget, you can see when you get to the waste, fraud, and abuse and the discretionary parts of the budget, it's only about $325 billion. If you killed the whole thing, education, transportation, everything there, you're not even making a dent in the $2 trillion. So what's the only thing left outside of my proposal? Social Security and Medicare. That's where the money is. So then they're gonna, if they do this outrageous plan, they just gut Social Security and Medicare and go, oh, that's okay. Hey, we did efficiency. No rich people were harmed in the making of this government. Okay, it's just your problem, not my problem. And how many times have Republicans said that they would cut Social Security and Medicare? If you're not paying close attention, I can tell you, we've been doing this show for nearly 25 years. It's been 22. My career is a little bit longer, but and in that time, Republicans at every turn go, oh, we gotta bring in the entitlement spending. What is entitlements? Things you are entitled to because they already took it out of your check. Social Security and Medicare, okay? So now what's the magic answer for how you bring the debt or deficit down by $2 trillion? Take away corporate tax cuts. That's literally the number for Donald Trump's corporate tax cuts. It came in at the original number. It's still going. It's going to cost us a lot more in the future. But it cost, in the beginning, they thought it was going to be 1.9, then it got moved to 2.1, and it continues to rise. But right around $2 trillion. That's what they cost us to give incredible tax breaks to billionaires like Elon Musk. So there is a way to do it, but it involves rich people, so shh, they never talk about that.
So true, and the other taxes on the wealthiest Americans, I'm talking about billionaires, that would also bring in sufficient funds to offset it. But this is craziness, it's ridiculousness. Another tax cut obviously is the priority, and then this efficiency thing that Elon Musk wants to do. Elon Musk, who treats the whole thing like it really is like a world wrestling kind of scripted thing with a call and response and the crowd. It was sickening because these are real people on the outside. This isn't just a show. So the notion of Elon Musk anywhere near public policy is an extremely scary one to me.
If you don't care about regular people, say yeah. Essentially is what that rally was all about.
And they say he did efficiency on Twitter. Twitter nearly fell apart when he fired like 3/4 of the staff, right? And now there's no partner managers. You can't talk to anybody at Twitter. Every once in a while, the site completely breaks down and shuts down. He's lost over $20 billion at a bare minimum on Twitter. Is this the efficiency we're talking about? How much damage is he gonna do, not just to the American government, but to the American people before we realize it's not so efficient?
And even telegraphing his inability to pull this off, he of course famously backed Dogecoin and got people to believe that was the cryptocurrency that was gonna go straight to the moon. And I even bought some Dogecoin just on the off chance. And what does he name this new department of government that he wants to head up? The Department of Government Efficiency, spelling out Doge. Literally saying, here, hint, this is what I did before that lost people a bunch of money. Let's call that our new department, like foreboding, not in the right way.
Well, the last thing I'll say on this is just, again, a reminder that you destabilize the American government and the American markets enough, and you will have trouble even moving our bonds. You'll all of a sudden this economy, which depends, and this government, which depends on unloading a lot of this paper on China and other nations, you're going to have trouble unloading it. It seems incredible because I know we're fat and happy in America. Like, we just have the economy, we're the best. We have this myth of American exceptionalism, but all of a sudden, life could change dramatically here in this country because of this destabilization.
Yeah, and when interest rates go up and inflation goes up, it's harder for us to pay the debt back. Plus, we get hurt in the meanwhile. And by the way, to be fair, on Dogecoin, I mean, all the regular people lost money, but we don't know how Elon did. He might have done terrific with Dogecoin. So 4 years later, we might be saying, well, we all got annihilated economically, but we don't know how Elon did. And there he is at the top again.
Well, it's funny. Works. Next visit, you'll explain to me, because I'm reading a lot about how these crypto bros are going to do well in a Trump administration, because a lot of them are going to be there in this incoming Trump administration, should he win. And so the whole world of crypto and that whole world associated with NFTs and that whole game may get new life if Trump actually ascends to the presidency.
And of course, Trump just launched his own crypto coin during this campaign that immediately tanked.
But he also launched his own crypto platform, like a crypto.com type thing, where you can trade crypto.
Right, but he has to balance out the other entrepreneurial endeavors he launched during his campaign of golden sneakers, NFT, literally not tangible trading cards you could have, Bibles with his name on it. An amazing array of products for a man currently running for office.
So you got to give him credit for that, Cenk. He's running, when Ben lists all like that, I mean, that's impressive that he has that merchandise line constantly, every week. He's got to attend to that while running for president. Thank you, Ben. Great point.
You're welcome.
Yeah, last two things out of it. Imagine if, as Obama was running for president, he started selling golden sneakers. Golden Obama sneakers. What would they have said? And worthless NFTs of himself. Right, like it's just, he's such an obvious con man. Anyways, so.
I'm still holding my Dogecoin though, just in case we get a spike.
Well, you have no choice but to hold
it. No choice.
Yeah, and the last thing is, he also has a media company. It's such a joke. Like if the valuation of that company was anywhere near real, TRT would be worth at least $32 billion. Oh, of course it's not worth that. It's not anywhere near. I mean, from his mouth to God's ears, I guess, right? But it's such a joke. That company's totally worthless.
I can vouch for TYT not being worth that just based on the snacks in the kitchen.
Well, here's how, if he becomes president, all of a sudden these holdings become very valuable. Let's start with the media company. He will direct government contracts toward, I mean, he won't do it personally. He'll have one of his people direct government contracts to his media companies. Many Trump holdings and in the Trump empire, which is collapsing, will be rejuvenated by him becoming president. There's all sorts of ways to direct government funds toward all of these different Trump endeavors. That's one of the reasons the first time that his candidacy was so problematic. There are a million conflicts.
I mean, look, I'll add one last one here. The Saudis could buy $1 billion worth of his stock. He can cash out $1 billion. And then when it crashes later, it doesn't matter because that's how the Saudis were funneling the money to him.
Sure,
it's the easiest way in the world to get a direct payoff to the president of the United States.
Right.
So, I mean, his conflicts of interest are outrageous. And what kind of a billionaire sells Bibles and golden shoes and NFTs? He ain't a billionaire. He's like such a low rent con man. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.